Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Actually, I should say screen recording. This time we will be talking about anti-scales. So 12 Tone made a wonderful video about anti-scales. But this time we're going to look at the true anti-scales. So 12 Tone, if you're watching this, I doubt you are, but if you are, I just wanted to know you're wrong. Anti-scales do not exist in 12 Edo. So anti-scales are really more Zen harmonic, microtonal. So we're going to start off by looking at a major scale. Just a major scale. So, yeah. Just a familiar major scale, right? Now let's make this an anti-scale by swapping the large and small steps. So now instead of 5 large and 2 small, we're going to do 2 large and 5 small. We are going to keep the same step size ratio of 2 to 1. And we are going to go up 5 bright generators. Just like we did for the major scale. So now we have this scale called anti-Phrygian. The reason for that is because if you go up 1 bright generator on the diatonic scale, if you have 1/5 up and 5 down, and you generate a diatonic scale like that, you get something called the Phrygian scale. But because this is the anti-scale to that, if you go 5/5 up and 1/5 down, you are going to get anti-Phrygian. So this is going to be the anti-Phrygian scale in 9-tone equal temperament. Ready? Kind of weird sounding, isn't it? This is the best fifth. And if we try to play our chords, we get... Yeah, not very good. So let's try this time again, but we are going to do a different diatonic scale. So we're going to switch back to 5 large, 2 small. But this time we're going to make this... But this time we're going to have 3 Edo steps to the large step and 2 Edo steps to the small step. So we are now in 19 Edo, 19 equal, and we are doing another major scale. Pretty normal, isn't it? Now let's find its anti-scale by swapping the number of large and small steps from 5 and 2 to 2 and 5. And we are going to go 5 bright generators up as we did before. So now we are in 16 Edo, which I would say is a little more palatable if you ask me. Pretty weird. Here are the chords. And hey, you know, I noticed that tonic chord sounds major. Because now the fifth is in tune enough that it sounds like a fifth and not that sounds like a perfect fifth that's just out of tune. And not a minor fifth, which is something completely different. A minor fifth is about 650 cents. But here our fifth is in tune enough that it sounds perfect and not minor. At least to me anyway. And then combine that with a major third, and we get a major chord. If you're wondering, the note names here are C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, and C. Because in 16, the way I know that is because in 16 Edo, we have the naturals and stay the same, but the sharps and flats are reversed. They're now sharps lower and flats raised. So 2 steps of 16 is D. So that's 3 is D flat. 4 is E. 5 is E flat. 7 and 9 stay the same. Those are F and G. 11 would be A. So 12 is A flat. And the same logic is applied to 14 because, 13 is B. Actually, no, 14 is B natural. Actually, no, 14 is B sharp. Wait, what is it? Hold on a moment. I believe 14 is B flat. Sorry, I was just a little confused there, but now let's move on to the pentatonic scale. So, we're going to change the number of small steps from 5 to 3. We're going to use the 2 to 1. We are actually going to use the same step size ratio. And this is a Dorian pentatonic. If I take a mode of that, if I take the 5th mode of that, or if I just simply change a number of bright generators to 0, we get the major pentatonic, the ubiquitous major pentatonic. So let's try to find its anti-scale. According to 12 tone, the anti-scale would just be the scale that has whichever notes are not used in this scale. But that's not how I define it. Let's swap the number of large and small steps again. So now we have 3 large steps and 2 small steps. Keep the same step size ratio. This time we're gonna go 4 bright generators up. So now we have anti-Ionian pentatonic, or the anti-major pentatonic, and 13 Edo. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's very weird also. Because you get a minor third jump at the beginning, then you get another minor third jump, then you get a whole step, then you get another minor third, and then you get another whole step. So it's pretty cool. So that's the anti version of the pentatonic. Now let's say we want to go ahead and take the whole tone scale. Well, in 12 Edo, the whole tone scale is just very simple. So instead of doing a proper whole tone, we're going to do 3 large and 3 small, but we're going to keep the step size ratios the same. So here we are in 15 Edo. This scale is called triwood because it has 3 large steps and 3 small steps. And this scale is known as tonic. You can see it's pretty close to a whole tone scale. It's formed from 2 interlocking augmented chords, just like the whole tone scale. But the problem with this is the whole tone scale does not have an anti-scale, because if you swap the number of large and small steps, you still get 3 and 3. So this scale has no anti-scale. So basically, for an anti-scale to work, you only could have like an odd number of steps in the scale. And the most common are 5 and 7, so I guess we're done for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the very next screen recording.